Welcome to the show. I'm Jonathan, and today we look at NASA's Volatiles Investigating Polar Exploration Rover, Viper, but that's much easier to say. NASA loves their acronyms. Part of the Artemis mission, Viper will explore the extreme environment of the moon for 100 days looking for ice and other resources. Construction on this new rover begins later this year and will be delivered to the moon in late 2023. Once it reaches the moon, it will land at the South Pole and collect data to help us see what we can use for future missions. Yeah, that means that we want to find resources on the moon that we can suck up and use just like we do on Earth. And, that has always been a good thing, right? I mean, we have never seen issues with mining our planet, so this should be good. We know there is ice at the poles of the moon because of the satellites we have utilized in the past. But just because there is ice doesn't mean we can use it like we do here on Earth. To find out what exactly is going on there, we need to get our hands on it. Or at least some robot hands. As Viper hunts for ice and finds the best place for us to access it, a map will be generated, making this a critical part of our long-term plan to return to the moon. The Artemis mission as a whole is for exactly that. Humans on the moon, and then staying there for extended periods of time, and then using the moon as a launching point. And you can learn about Artemis and the Orion spacecraft that will carry people back to the moon in my other video. Link in the description, of course. The ideal locations will be in craters that are permanently covered in shadows, giving us ice that is billions of years old, or at least several hundred million years, depending on how those volcanoes altered the moon back in the early days. Let's look at the details of this rover. Viper will drill into the moon and analyze samples telling us the composition of the ice deposits, which in turn will help us understand the origin of this water and filling in missing pieces about ice throughout the solar system. Thanks to Honeybee Robotics in Altadena, California, the drill will be able to both spin to cut into the ground and hammer harder materials. It will reach 1 meter below the surface and also take readings of the temperature below the surface thanks to a sensor in the tip of the drill. With a name like Viper, you may think this golf cart-sized rover will be quick and ferocious. It's actually pretty slow. How slow? 0.45 miles per hour, which is probably why it can only cover about 12 miles in the 100-day mission. However, it must go through some very intense environments. Temperatures of the moon can drop as low as negative 424 degrees Fahrenheit in these shadowed areas and over 250 degrees Fahrenheit on the surface. Thanks to missions to Mars, we have learned a lot about developing rovers, like better wheels. This might surprise you, but the moon isn't Mars. I know, it surprised me too. Viper will be traveling between sunlight and shade, resulting in quick temperature changes of 500 degrees Fahrenheit. So to prevent parts from freezing or cooking, the rover will use its battery, heat pipes, and radiators to stay nice and cozy inside. Since it will need to charge using solar energy, this means there will be periods of time where it will just have to stay parked for 4 to 7 days before the sun hits that area again. Next, the rover will be able to operate in near real time, and this is really cool. Since the moon is much closer to Earth than Mars, the operators will be able to interact with Viper in a more natural way. They will be able to plan out distances of 15 feet before waiting on data to link back up and continue their next path. Due to the limited scans of this area, the team will need to practice with computer simulations to ensure they are navigating this unknown region with confidence. And since this area is unknown, the rover has been built with a variety of conditions in mind. We don't know if the ground will be soft or hard, so they designed it to move sideways, diagonally, complete circles, all while maintaining a constant view of its destination and allowing the solar panels to maintain charge. And that all sounds cool, but pretty basic. Well, the wheels can even move independently, allowing it to walk across the surface. Viper will also be the first rover with headlights. This creates a new challenge since the areas it will need to use those lights are going to be in freezing temperatures. So the lights and the camera system need to be able to operate reliably and maximize battery usage. This whole mission is a group effort among many, many people, but also through NASA, Astrobotic, who will supply their Griffin lander, and SpaceX, who will be providing their Falcon Heavy launch vehicle. And like all missions to space, the timing is crucial. It needs to land during the right season where the moon's south pole gets the most sunlight, allowing Viper to maximize its charging time. And what are your thoughts on this icy moon mission? Do you think we will find what we are looking for? Will we be able to mine the moon for resources for future space exploration? I guess we will find out in 2023. In the meantime, watch this video here to learn about the other side of the Artemis mission, where we will be sending humans back to the moon. And as always, thanks for watching, and what did you learn today?